Man, this video is taking so long to edit. I'm just trying to focus, but the drone is sitting there tempting me and toying with me. It is a fantastic day outside. I am itching to go and fly the drone again. Unfortunately, the video, which you would have seen yesterday, not today's video, yesterday's video, it's taken a long time to edit. If you've seen it by now, you know it's a long video. You'll see why it's taken a long time to edit. Usually I get the videos edited the night I film them, but sometimes because of logistics I've got to edit them in the morning New Zealand time, which is still the same day the rest of the world pretty much. So I'm still editing that. It's going to take a few more hours. You can see the coffee cup there, the messy desk, you know. It's a work morning, it's a work day. So I'm not allowing myself to fly the drone until the video is done. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere else so that it's not in my peripheral vision and playing with my emotions and yanking my psychological cords. It is now 3 hours later. I am still editing. I was just finishing there and my Mac just went black. So I restarted it again, it's up and running, but the project, which I've spent 8-9 hours on so far between last night and today, is, I don't know, it's temperamental. It doesn't look like the video I've been making for yesterday, which you would basically, I think I might have to start from scratch, which will be interesting. I'm copying some files over. It's going to take 20 minutes or so. I'm going to take the time to go into town and buy a spare battery for Mr. Drone. Because the funny thing is, it felt like I was flying the drone yesterday for 3 minutes, and I'm going through the footage and there's at least 20 minutes of footage there. It's unbelievable. It just went like that. So I'm assuming that novelty is going to wear off, and as I get more confident and relaxed with it, the time will feel like 20 minutes. Right, battery time. Right, that is the battery order. Off down to the beach with the drone. It's a little bit windy, but I think it'll be a good test for it. This is the first time I've taken the drone out for the sole purpose of just getting B-roll footage for the videos, just to sort of splice into the beginning, maybe the middle, and possibly the end. That didn't really work out too well because the camera was a bit funny. You know, the camera, it's got a gimbal, so when you turn it, it stays straight rather than doing this kind of thing. I don't know, it just seemed to sit on its side and not really do anything. So it was really windy down there as well, so I'm going to take it back to the house, sort of have a look at it properly, restart it, and yeah, see if I can figure out what it was. Still trying to figure out what's wrong with the camera. Interestingly enough, the controller needed an update, the drone needed an update, like a firmware update. I don't know, it kept saying it, so I'm just pushing buttons, downloading, thinking that might solve it. But the camera, yeah, it's still funny. I can see it sitting there just like that. It's going doot, 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 doot. It's just going up and down. The good thing is, here's an example of why it's good to buy brand new, because if the camera has screwed up, I've got a year's warranty. But if I bought this second hand, probably on my own. searched around the internet, Google, kind of found people having issues and leveling and stuff. Didn't really find anything. Eventually found a video where someone was like doing the recalibration, like a compass recalibration, but like I didn't think that was in any way connected to it. I did it anyway, it seemed to work, but I don't know if it was coincidence or not, because it's working now, I think, so I might try and have another fly, maybe just out the back garden or something like that. Now I'm not sure how that flying is going to come through, and what I mean by that is it was so windy. Like, I don't think it's going to come through in the video, but like when I was standing there was gusts, but up there I could tell it was ridiculously windy. Like, I'm pushing forward to go as fast as I can forward, and the thing's just going along at a snail's pace, so I know that it's pretty windy. And when I was coming back down there, you probably didn't see it either because of the gimbal, but the drone itself was like controlling itself, but just like that. So pretty impressed, to be honest. Amateur errors though. I mean, I did this awesome cool flight all around with all sorts of shots, took it back and realized I had forgotten to push the record button. So what you saw there was actually the second run. Not as good, obviously, you know, like you can never repeat like a good first attempt. Doorstep talk. There's something interesting I find and didn't expect with uploading to YouTube every day, and the sort of feedback and sort of conversation and relationship between myself and you. And by you, I mean you specifically, but also the collective you know, people who comment and reply and send me emails and messages and things like that. The reason I find it interesting is that the comments I get, they shape my way of thinking, my life. You know, like, I'll give you two concrete examples. One is the drone. Like, the drone I've got now is the DJI Phantom 4. I had no intention of getting a DJI Phantom 4, but a combination of two things happened. One, quite a few comments from people saying, yeah, get a drone, you know, I want to see footage, I want to see New Zealand, that kind of thing, and that sort of pushed me along a bit. And the other was someone who commented and said, no, don't get a DJI Mavic Pro, which is what I was planning to get a Phantom 4. And that's what I ultimately did. I think it was Brian in the comments, and you know, I think he said one or two other reasons and sort of justifications for it, and you know, I went with it. Another interesting one was the CNC machine. Now, I was initially going to go for a more manual mill, sort of conversational style, and just with various comments coming in from various people, so no one specific, but you know, a handful of people who have machine shops and have experience in that area, said just go for a full CNC. You know, you'll ultimately use it, you'll ultimately end up there. And that changed my way of thinking, and you know, the aim of what I'm going for in terms of a CNC machine. Now, the CNC machine is somewhat on hold now because I realized, as I mentioned in a previous video, my business really just isn't quite ready. But nevertheless, it changed the machine I was going to go for. And I find that pretty damn amazing that, you know, there's like, because the internet's the internet. Like, when I do a video and I get comments back and I read the comments, and it makes me think and it makes me reconsider things, and it's like, wow, like it's like, it's a real thing. There is a to and fro, there is a conversation, there is a relationship. It's only just dawning on me the power of it, and yeah, it's something to think about. And with that, I will leave you with a quote. It's by Ingvar Kamprad, and he said, "The most dangerous poison is the feeling of achievement. The antidote is to every evening think what can be done better tomorrow."